That's what the burglar is coming for. Because most people are confused. Pastor, I get this all the time. Pastor, the enemy's after my marriage. No, he's not. He could care less whether your marriage goes good, bad, or indifferent. Oh, Pastor, the enemy's after my health. No, he's not. Oh, the enemy's after my finances. No, he's not. That's just a byproduct of what he's really after. How many guys know when somebody breaks into your car or your home, they snag a bunch of stuff? I just told you my story. They ripped my Bible, they took my faceplate, all this other stuff. The problem is that's not what the enemy's after. I know he would love to destroy your relationships. I know he would love to wreck your marriage. I know he would love to come after and steal your health. That's secondary to what he's after. He's after your simple and pure-hearted devotion to God. Yes. He wants you to worship him and to love him and not him. Yes. And why it's so scary for me today as a pastor? Because I see it all the time, even in the church, men and women that say they love God, that care about the things of God. But what does Matthew's gospel say? In the last days, the love of many will grow cold. So he knows the plans that he has for you, both the Lord and the enemy. And he knows that if he can get your marriage to go south and you get a divorce and you become bitter and you blame it on God, you're going to lose your love for God and turn and worship the one that brought you out of this, so to say. I see it on Facebook all the time. Sickness, I'm going through sickness every day. I can't seem to shake it. I'm in constant pain. The enemy doesn't care about your body. He cares about your soul. So if he can wear you down in sickness, eventually he can get to what he really wants. It's your heart. You used to love God, but every day the sickness is wearing you down. It's getting you lower. It's getting you more contemplative. It's getting you to struggle in your heart. And you used to be in love with Jesus, but now you doubt him. Marriage is just an accident on the way to the back bedroom to break into the safe of your heart, to steal the one thing that the enemy wants and desires from you. It's your pure-hearted and simple devotion to the King of Kings and the Lord of Lords. Pastor, how do you know this?
Come on.
Is this possible? Is this even scripture? I'm glad you asked. Here we go, Matthew 24. This whole passage about the end times. Therefore, when you see the abomination of desolation spoken of by the prophet Daniel, standing in the holy place, whoever reads this, let him understand. Then let those who are in Judea flee to the mountains. He's not after your marriage. He cares less about your kids. Not worried about your finances. He wants your heart. Some of you guys have been tricked and didn't even know it. That bad marriage that failed, that business thing, the money thing, the relationship that went sour, that church that hurt you, join the crowd. I got a few bad experiences at church. It's going to happen, and I'm very sorry. But I promise you, it's going to happen. But the problem is, Jesus says, zeal for my house consumes me. So to be in love with Jesus means you have a love for his house and his people. You can't be walking close with Jesus and be distant from the family of God. That's actually really good. I'm going to preach that someday. I'm going to let it sit there. I'm going to leave it alone. Come on, somebody. Right? Just leave it alone. Put it on the table and you walk away. So here's the question I have for you today. I always leave you with the question. That's not it. We'll go back to the question. That's a song. Maybe we'll sing that. Amen. All right. The one thing that should keep us up at night, because a lot of us have things that keep us up at night. We're worried about whatever. We're in pain. We're stressed out. We're overwhelmed. If there's one question that should keep us up at night, it says, the enemy already stole this from me. Proverbs, Solomon says to some young studies in Proverbs 4, he says, son, above all else, guard your heart, for it's the wellspring of life. Some of us haven't guarded our heart well. And to be honest, it's a sad reality that we live in our day, and some of us are fulfilling end-time prophecy. I'm not talking about going to church. I care less how much you serve, what ministries you lead, what title you possess. I just ask you a simple question. Are you still in love with Jesus? I love him. He's so good. But what breaks my heart is I'm watching men and women, families, individuals. I'm watching those that once loved God with everything within them starting to wane. I miss the days that vent is not covered. So when you're in the prayer room, you can hear everything. So I can tell when you've been mad at me. Come on, somebody. Lord, deliver us from this pastor and thy evil. But there used to be a day, I miss this, and I'm not trying to make this not guilty. Don't take this wrong at all. But I miss the day. There was times I would come here, it'd be 10 o'clock at night. There would just be kids crying out to God. None of them knew it. I would sit in the back row and I would cry. I said, that's it, Jesus. That's what you long for. All the other stuff that's going to come, all the other ministry, all the other changing the world will come, but it starts with a personal, deep-hearted devotion to God. And the problem is some of us have been victimized and burglarized and don't even know it. Our hearts are calloused and they're hard. They're not tender and sensitive and alive like they once were. And the enemy's laughing, going, in the last days, I've got you. You're going to exchange your worship from him to me, because I'm going to bail you out. I'm going to get you out of hard stuff. I'm going to give you money, and you're going to worship me. I'm worried for some of you, and I applaud many of you. Many of you are still in love with Jesus, and it inspires me all the time. My favorite saying is, Pastor Rod, say it for me, please. Every day with Jesus is good. It is good. Please, don't let them steal that. Okay? You guard your heart. You protect it from the enemy's strategies. Stay in love with Jesus. Father, thank you for these men and women today. I love them with all my heart.